Okay, now in this video, I want to show you how you can actually customize your table views. Like we have here the Gantt chart view here, and that's just one of many tables. But I'd like to take this specific table though and add additional fields to it, either ones that are already existing, such as maybe cost and work and so forth, but also do some calculations too for you. So we'll put some formulas in there. So we're either going to bring in existing fields that would supplement or add to what we're looking at here, or we're going to create calculated fields, or fields that are created from some sort of a formula or calculation. Now this particular project has the resources already added to it. So we've got cost in there. We have work. We know how many hours they're working and so forth because of those resources being added there. So I'd like to see maybe next to the duration, I'd like to know how many man hours are going into each of these tasks. So if I've got, for instance, if I've got Clutch, and he's working on this for 4 days, right? If each day is 8 hours, then in essence there are 32 hours worked, or man hours as they sometimes call it. If I had 2 people on there, then it would be double that. So I just want to be able to see what the hours worked are and have that in this column here. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to do a right click up here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to insert a column, and the particular field, and these are all the different fields built into the program. There's just a few of them really. All the way at the bottom almost, you'll see one here called work. And if we click onto that, there we go. And what it does here is it shows us the hours worked, man hours, whatever. So if I've got, let's say, Ray Donovan on this one, 5 days, 8 hours, 40 hours, right? So it's pretty accurate. Now, another thing we can do that would be associated with it would be the actual cost. In other words, when we put Clutch on this for 4 days or 32 hours, what does that cost us? Well, we got to figure out Clutch's hourly wage or whatever it is, and then, multiply it out there. So program has already done that for you. So what we'll do here is we'll do a right click up here, insert column, and for this one we're going to go with the cost. That's going to be this one right here. So click onto that. Perfect. Okay, then we're going to kind of scroll over here a little bit so get some more room here. All right, so pretty cool. So we can actually see for that first task, it's a 4-day task, 32-hour man hours, and we also have $64,000 in cost. All right, now let's say that you're in one of these situations where you're running a project, and the project is for one of your customers. And let's just say that the way that you figure the cost of the project to the customer is that you let's say you mark up the cost by 75%. So let's just say that whatever the cost is, you're going to mark it up 75%, and that would be what you're going to be charging the customer, right? I have no idea. I mean, it could be any kind of percentage, but we'll stick with that one. So how do we go about doing that? All right, well, first of all, we got to figure out where we want to put it, and I guess we'll just kind of maybe put it right here. All right, so we'll just do a right click on that. Now, because this is going to be our own concoction here, we're actually going to create a calculated field. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to go back into insert column. We're going to go down and find one of our cost fields. So we can go here and we're going to just go with, let's say, we'll go with cost 4. All right, and then we'll just do a right click on it, go back to custom fields, and we're going to call this one, so we'll call it RET for retail. All right, and okay, so now what is this going to involve? Well, basically it's going to be taking, and this is a formula, taking whatever the cost is. So we're going to go into our fields area here, go to cost, and choose cost. We're going to say cost times 1.75. So that'll give us a 75% markup. So we do that, and that's it. That's all you got to do. You hit OK, and then we go ahead and hit OK. And that's pretty cool. Now, the only thing that doesn't happen if you just go that route is that you don't get any of the subtotals in here, okay? So you don't see the subtotal, and that could be a problem. So all we have to do is just add an option to this, and it will then do the calculation up here, because I'd like to know what the final price is that I have to charge my customer for this, right? So we just go back in there again. So do a right click, go over here to custom fields, all right? And right over here where it says calculation for task and group summary rows. That's the group summaries up there, right? We're going to roll up, and we want it to sum. We want it to add up, right? So all I got to do, you hit OK on that. And there we go. So this $361,000 job that's costing you to do, put together and everything, will end up costing the customer whatever, somewhere around $633,000. But pretty cool with that. So you can see that kind of information. That's not too bad. And of course too, as your project changes, all this will automatically update. Okay, so hopefully that gives you some ideas. I mean, there's just it could be anything that you want to put together for this, but it's really just a matter of finding the right fields that you want to calculate and kind of go from there. But this was some of the more basic stuff. I would say it's popular stuff that people want to put in their project sheets a lot of times. So appreciate you watching the video. Take care.